Fantastic. Yeah, I don't know what was the problem. Yeah, I think I bought some new headphones that are quite complicated. Yep, so ndio nilikuwa nimeconnect zikanikoroga. So poleni. So let's give people like 2 minutes as they join, and then now tuanze kupiga story, tuangalia a few pairs, a few chats here and there. Yeah, then we see how we close the day, and then how we close the week as well, because today is Wednesday, right? So the week is almost coming to an end. Wiki inaisha sasa. Wako na pesa wenye ona wenye soko imewatandika tu. Yeah. But generally, sijui wiki yenu imekuwaje? How has been your week? Guys, tell me on the comments. How has been your week? You guys made money this week? You guys lost money this week? Like, how has it been like on your end? Let me just hear myself if I'm clear enough. Quite complicated. How has been your week, guys? Yeah. Negatives, bro. Lucky. That's too bad, man. But then another week is coming, and we still have Thursday and Friday, so you could still recover. You never know. I'm bleeding losses. Dante, same thing. You know, the week is still, we're still halfway the week. Today is Wednesday. We still have Thursday and Friday. You never know how those days treat you. You might you might find yourself getting very clean setups before the week ends, by the way. Yeah. Najua you only need 2 profitable days in a week. You never know. Yeah, but then too bad, man. Mine's good. At least I'm on the point of recovery after losing much from funded challenge. Oh, that's too bad, Elijah, as well. But positive. If you're going back to your break even, that's very positive. What you have to do is just keep doing the right thing that has been moving you from losses to break even. Keep showing up the same way you are showing up, and then everything is just gonna be fantastic. Well, okay. Yeah. So far, no trades, very dangerous. Yeah, that makes sense. By the way, even me, on Monday and Tuesday, didn't see any setup. Like completely, I was really struggling to find a setup on Monday and Tuesday, but then I saw a setup today miraculously on gold that I'm gonna be showing you. That is currently retracing so bad, and I don't know if the market is just looking for my entry, but yeah, something like that. And then I'm left with so far no trades, very dangerous. I'm left with 72 USD. Yeah, so those who are joining in, guys, I kindly am requesting, if you've not subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate as well. Maybe like the live, put your thumbs up, give this video a like. Okay. Yeah, I'm left with 72 USD, ndio nirudi kwa 5000. Oh yeah, that's cool. But then Elijah, something very I had someone mention that is very important is, do not try chasing that break even. If you're in losses, just trade the way you usually normally trade, and then let the rest run. Like, don't be chasing that break even. You find yourself chasing that break even, you're going to see fire without smoke in the market. Okay? Yeah, don't find yourself chasing that break even. Let it be. You just trade normally. Okay? Yeah. Uh-huh. Give me a minute. Yeah, guys, the sound is on. I'm sharing the new link. I think most people are still using the old link. Let me just delete it from our channel so that people use this new one. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, fantastic. Delete these other one. Fantastic. So yeah, guys were telling me how their week has been. So if you're joining in, just tell me how your week has been in the comment section before we maybe begin the business of the day. Leverage gani best mkuu? I recommend 1:400 and below. That's good. Depending on now your capital. As you increase your capital, reduce the leverage, because leverage is exposing you to the market. It's giving you more buying power or more purchasing power in the market. So you are at risk, or your money gets is exposed to a a big risk. Okay, yeah. Negative, I can see Vincent, too bad man, but as I've said, the week is still halfway done. Still remain positive. You never know how the week ends for you. No trades for me. That's also cool, Wambui. I've also struggled to find setups on Monday and Tuesday. Didn't see any setup. I've only seen a setup today. GJ Monday lead to Nesha Dust, one win EU Jana, and another floating profit EU now. That's fantastic, Jess. What you have to do is make sure you capitalize on that win that you're currently having right now to make the best out of it. Whenever you're winning, I told you guys, whenever you're winning, you make sure you win so big that it covers all your losses. One win should cover all, or should cover three losses. Okay, your one win should cover at least three losses. So that's something. 4% of funded account done. Done these is the 11. Ah, that's fantastic, Davis. That's fantastic. 4% in 11 trading days. That is good. What you have to do is keep doing the same thing. The same discipline. Apply the same consistency. Be patient in the market, and yeah, it's all gonna play out, because if you're able to make 4% in 11 trading days, so it means in a month you can be able to comfortably make 8%. 8% is so amazing, so fantastic when you have a pro farm account, and then you keep on scaling and adding to more and more accounts. Okay, yeah, thanks. School Elijah Daniel Masave says negative. That's too bad as well, but don't worry. The week is halfway done, and then if this week is not really doing you justice, wait for next week. You don't have to trade this week. Just wait for next week and trade next week. Okay, yeah. Personally, the week has been nice. GJ delivered nicely. Then Gold also delivered nicely yesterday. So the week for me has just been amazing. That's fantastic as well. I'm super proud of you guys. And yeah, keep showing up, the money will come. Is 1:400 the best leverage? For me, yeah, 1:400 is the best leverage. And then as you increase your capital, reduce the leverage. I want you guys to think leverage in terms of this. Some of you have interacted with prop farm challenges and funded accounts. You'd realize that the maximum leverage a prop farm can usually give you is 1:100. Why do you think so? Because they understand the bigger the leverage, the bigger the risk you're taking in the market. Okay, yeah. So that is why with more capital, you have to reduce the leverage, so that you don't overexpose yourself in the market. Because what leverage does is just basically do what, give you more purchasing power in the market, and which could overexpose you in the market. So leverage can be a double-edged sword. You can use leverage for those guys who flip accounts. They use high leverage, which means they take trades, high risk trades. You get, yeah. But then if you're looking to take trades consistently, and yeah, because I understand most of you are beginners and you have small accounts. Okay, I recommend you have a relative leverage, 1:400, max 1:500. Yeah, but 1:400 is the only maximum leverage that is regulated in Kenya. Any broker that is offering you 1 ratio whatever above 400 is not regulated in Kenya by the CMA. For a beginner, that is, yeah, I'm planning to increasing the risk from 1% to 1.5%. I don't think that is a pretty good idea, but then if you're willing to do that comfortably, then you can do it. Davis, it's a 5K account. I understand. What are we analyzing? We're going to be looking at several charts. So I'm just interacting with you guys on the comments before we begin. What are you analyzing? But FX Pesa, the least leverage they give you is 1:4. And how do we reduce it to less than that? I recommend you go to HFM, Jaxila. Just shift to HFM. Okay. Yeah. I think sometimes back people have some bad experience with FX Pesa. Me personally being one of them. By that time, I was their brand ambassador, and yeah. But if it's doing you justice, then use it. Yeah, I don't know if there's. I'll check. I'll confirm if there's a way you can reduce the leverage on your FX Pesa account. I'm not sure. That I'm not sure. But if you're using brokers like HFM, Scope, Windsor, Pepperstone, there's a way you can reduce them that I know. Kuna broker nimeona wanapeana mpaka 1 to 3,000. Yeah, yeah, there are brokers that give you 1 to 3,000. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that you can't consistently trade with that broker because it's overexposing you. Yeah, and it's not regulated in Kenya. Go do your research. There's no such broker that will be regulated in Kenya. That's why most of the times you'll have problems with withdrawals, problems with your transactions, and yeah, and accounts get closed out of no blue sky, no blue, whatever. Yeah. So that's it. Anyway, I can see you guys have had a nice week. Generally, let's say a flat week. Not bad, not so good, not so bad, right? Just there, relative week, which is nice. Me personally, I've had a good week. Not really a good week, a slow week, I'd say. Because on Monday, I didn't see any setups. On Tuesday, I didn't see any setups. I was really looking for setups because my payout day is in, I'm guessing, 6 days. So, which means I should be looking for what? For money to withdraw from my prop firm account. But then I didn't see a setup on Monday. I didn't see a setup on Tuesday. But then today I've luckily seen a setup and it's still running. It's on gold. Um, I don't know, we are going to be looking at gold, but let me just show you a sneak peek. And yeah, that was my setup. That was the setup I'm holding. I'd share this with a few Ks. Yeah, so that is floating about 40 pips only. So first of all, there was this candle here that seemed like a breaker block, and it seemed like price could react from that breaker block positively. But then I use my Fibonacci. By the way, me, I love using I love taking trades after looking at, like, nikishaona all my confluences. Sorry about that. Nikishaona all my confluences, that is when I would go in, like, most of the time. I don't just, I hate doing that. So what I did in this case is just do this. Yeah, so in this case, for this breaker block, for me to cancel out that breaker block, I just use the Fibonacci retracement tool and more. Okay. Yeah, so that is what happened. Premium community can confirm we took this one. Yeah, and it was a fantastic one. Basically, that is it. That is how simple that setup was. So I'm looking at 30.38, though I've already taken some profits at 30.30. That was about 90 pips. So I took some profits at 90 pips. So I'm just holding now, risk free, to see if possibly how much the market can possibly reward me. But basically, that is what I'm holding right now on gold. Okay, yeah. I just opened HFM after long loss with FX. Yeah. I've had issues with FX Pesa, but let everyone use the broker that they think is good for them. Yeah. So fantastic. So I want you guys to suggest for me pairs that as well. Yesterday, see this one a clean. This one was a very clean supply. Actually, I marked this out. Yesterday I was in town. I was at Big Square with a friend of mine. So we marked this out and we're expecting to see price get there. And then ironically, we had almost a similar case with Euro USD. So we're expecting to see price push up, stretch to this supply band, activate a notification from investing.com about the dollar I'm supposed to check. So there's something that has affected slightly, might slightly have affected the dollar. I don't know if I'll check it. Let me try and check it right away. Mhm. Yeah, chart. Yeah. So basically, that is it. That is what I've been up to on EURUSD. That is what I'm still expecting. Yeah. Chifemi yangu imelimit market zingine kama GPB, nini, Euro, Gold, peke ndio ina open. Sijui shida. No, Lucky, I think the issue is when you're using your HFM account, make sure you're opening nini pairs zenye ziko na .z. So kama ni EURUSD ni EURUSD.z. Okay, hiyo ndio signature ya the broker. Usichukue tu EURUSD hivyo, just take a EURUSD yenye iko na a.z, GBPUSD.z, pairs zenye ziko na a.z huko mwisho ndio ziko tradable. Yeah, so that is it on hiyo ndio kitu expect on nini. So nini UJ, wapi UJ? Yeah, UJ inanikoroga kichwa. So I'm on this sell on UJ, but then with the kind of price action we have 5. Yeah, so yesterday we had a very nice. So ka ungekuwa ka day trader hapa hivi ungetosheka. It was about 1.3 hapo rar something, but have it open depending on how today closes. So leo tukifunga soko kama tuko na nini, if we close the market today, come on guys, come on, my network is, yo, mnanisikia sasa guys? Let me hear from my this other device. Guys, can you hear me? Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You guys can't hear me? Oh, iko fine. Okay. Fantastic. So nilikuwa nasema nini? Nimepotea sasa. Some hitches. I don't know why your sound is glitching. What the fuck? I don't know now how to solve that. How do I solve that? Yeah, but I was saying depending on how today closes, unaona leo tukikuwa, if this candle closes bullish and closes above our entry, then it would mean that we do not take that trade. We leave it, we'll close at break even and let price run. Okay? Yeah. But if that candle closes bullish and still outside, ama bearish, then we'll still hold this trade to Friday. Okay? Yeah. So that is what I'm expecting. But me nime hold the trade. Personally, I took this trade yesterday, and yeah, so I'm still holding and chilling and waiting. Nione nione kama mambo itakuwa sawa kabisa. Yeah, so that is it. Yeah, so hii ni swing, this is a swing perspective. So if you took this, and I pray you are patient enough to wait for the rewards. Fantastic. So USD CHF pia inatukoroga koroga kichwa. I had taken this as well yesterday from here. I had taken this from here yesterday. And then we got rewarded. How many pips are this? Price dropped for about, that is about 35, 37 pips. And that was actually 37, and that is around 37 and 14. That's about 3 RR. Price actually gave us a 3%. But then, mimi na kichwa yangu kubwa siku close any profit. Actually violated, or is price gonna run in my direction, in my intended direction? But, guys, let's just be honest. This pair has been one of the best pairs this year, one of our best players. Hata msee mwenye alianza tulianza kujoin na yeye zile live streams nikianza huko nyuma nikiwa, it was a very nice pair. He used to give us very nice entry. This entry I had shared either here or on TikTok, either here on my YouTube streak on Thursday. Tukahit hapo. And then hii pia nilishare on my TikTok because I've not journaled them. So that's why my chat imebaki na hizo nini tatu. That's why sijazi delete. Yeah, so I want you guys to share your nini, to share which pairs you want me to look at. Oh, by the way, these are the pairs I mostly look at. So you can see, these are the main pairs I trade. You and you. You know that. You know that already. I love those two pairs so much. You and you. And then now they have minor pairs that sometimes I see clean setups. And yeah, so I trade them as well. Like these AJ. Like even this AJ. This AJ gave this buy. I could have taken this buy. Sijui ni kierere ama ni kichwa mbaya niko nayo. I don't know how I did not see this. But yeah. AJ pia inanipeanga setups fiti frequently. And then gold sometimes inanipea setups fiti, sometimes inataka kuni sexually violate kama saa hii. USDCHF gives me very nice setups, and then USDJPY is, I don't understand it. Sometimes it sexually violates me. Sometimes it rewards me so nice. So yeah, yeah. Basically, that is it. And then now all these other stupid pairs, I just look at them because of maybe mentorship and people who I talk to wanataka tuangalilie nini other pairs and stuff like that. Uh-huh. Let me check the comments. I'm here now. Can we talk about EU? I've already talked about EU. After this live stream, I'll post this video as a video now. You can go through it. Ndio upitie hiyo story ya EU. Uone mambo venye yanaenda. GJ tunaangalia GJ. Lakini mi naangalia tu GJ but mjue hii GJ mimi hata si relate nayo fiti. So hata sijui kama hata nitakuwa nawambia the right thing or any. This pair I I frantically hate this pair. Have to say that. So first on GJ, clearly directional bias, still bullish. This pair is bullish. So ideally you should be looking for bullish setups on GJ. Huko, I think ni tulikuwa tunatafuta buys, I guess around here. I don't remember, but I'll check my YouTube channel, my YouTube video, my previous YouTube videos to on. Yeah, but really this pair is still bullish, so you should be looking for a bullish setup from the daily time frame. I told you guys, whenever you're doing your analysis from the daily time frame, you first want to get the directional bias of the market, and then you scale down to a lower time frame to do what? To look for setups. Number one, kitu muhimu sana niliona tena kwa maswali nikiulizwa ni unaona kama hapa hivi ukiangalia hii current price action, unaona hii ni high, a high of that candle, and then it drop kwenda huku chini. Let me correct these because I once did a video on CRT, and I've also seen very many people are interested and want to trade CRT because it's one of the easiest models. Again, I'd say, I don't want to lie, it's one of the easiest models. But I want you to understand that for this candle range theory to work, this candlestick must have closed below and also bearish. Like hii candlestick lazima inge close bearish. Kama haita close bearish, we jua utakuwa sexually violated. However much the week we are having from the upside is, vitu zingine ni logic. Okay, kama hii, you could never ever expect that CRT could work such a point, but I hope now you have understood. This candle must be opposite to this candle. I hope that is understood. Yes, higher time frame bias. So on the daily time frame, nothing is clear. 4-hour time frame. So ideally, you're just looking for what? You're looking for demand zones. And yeah, field, next one, field. So ideally, your next zone, your next demand zone should be around here. Because of course you're having your last breakout structure here. That's your last breakout structure, and your last bearish candle in that particular case should be this candle, right? Should be this candle. That's your last candle, your last bearish candle. Now that's where you should be looking for more buys from on GJ. And then now you scale down to an even lower time frame to now look for a clear point of entry, because now hapo you generally just like you have a higher scale of, ni kama you have a clouded judgment or something like that. I don't know how to explain to you guys, but something like that. So you still have to go to a lower time frame to find a precise entry, because up this rectangle is so big. Where are you getting into the market off from? You see, that is about 115 pips. For GJ, that's about 70 pips up around there. Yeah, you get. So ideally you have to scale down to a lower time frame to try and spot if you can see you can take trades off from. Okay, now then I told you stretch it from the low. Okay, stretch it from the low to the high. Okay, so ideally whichever the zone you will be looking out for should be in between the 50% and the 78%. Ideally, because I've told you guys that is where you're looking for reversals. Anytime price will drop and go beyond this 78% level, hapo hivyo, then that would mean uh, then that would mean what? Then that would mean that price is just looking for reversals, and you'll get sexually violated if you take any trade beyond that. Okay. So it means whichever the trade we are looking out for should be above from this point to this point. Okay. On the only opposite candles we can get is around here. So yeah. So you'll be looking for setups, or to be looking for more buys from around here on GJ. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. Yeah. And of course now you'll be targeting to see price around this high. And I can see price has used this high several times as a liquidity pool. First, second, third, fourth. Yeah. So this time when price comes here, we're gonna break that high so passively. Second trade idea, which is delusional. I love saying that so that you don't get confusing. You don't get confused. Second trade idea, which is delusional. Yeah. Sorry about that. Second trade idea, which is delusional, is you want to see price take out from here, go impulsively. This is delusional. Nimewambia this is delusional. Because si lazima price drop hadi huku ndio iende. But if that happens, then you'll use this candle here as your. So wekuwa open to whichever the opportunity market it present to you. I'm certain in the event that now the fifth time price is going to come to around this point, we're gonna break above this high. Because I did times. And I told you guys the holds prices, there are the chances of it failing. Okay. Yeah. Unaona kama hii hapa hivi imehold prices first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Orders zinaendelea kudeplete from hiyo zone. So orders zikideplete from hiyo zone, what happens? Orders zikideplete from hiyo zone inamaanisha so tutakuwa tunatafuta what? Breaks above that zone. So yeah, I hope that point is home and sinking. So before we continue, make sure you have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate. Thank you for those who have subscribed and for those who are subscribing. And also give this dunga hiyo like, hiyo button inakaa kama kidole yangu. Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. So that is it on GJ. Kuna msee alikuwa ameuliza juu ya GJ. I hope that is well home. Yeah, so CHF JPY. So GJ mngoje huku mtafute trades kutoka huko. CHF JPY is next in line. Someone suggested CHF JPY. From the weekly time frame, because we have to get the directional bias from the weekly time frame, bullish on this pair as well. Oh my god, sorry. Sorry guys. Sprite will kill me. Yeah, so and the daily time frame as well, weekly time frame as well, CHF JPY is bullish. So that's sorry. That is a bias on the weekly time frame. So we go down to a lower time frame. In this case, first we start with the daily time frame. Try and see if we can possibly find a point in the market to get in the market. So for this particular case, yeah, the closest we can have on the daily time frame, by the way, we can have. I think there's something I don't know if I ever explained to you guys about what about line chart interpretation. I'm not sure if I ever did that. But if you go on your line chart, I want you to notice that most of the times price is usually reversing from these highs and these lows. Like you'll how, but I think I explain. I think I ever explained that. You see, and how I don't know. But I've seen it so. But I think I explained to you here, guys, once on one of my live streams earlier on. Check my previous videos. Yeah. So for this particular case as well, what I'll be looking out for is a reaction of on the 4-hour time frame. I will be looking out to see. Yeah. So let's first see if it's on for CHF JPY. Yeah. Can be certain price will drop to that point. And this actually looks like a clear demand zone. You can take a trade off from, though it looks mitigated because of this candle. low, going below this one. So it means that ideally price has taken out liquidity from that point. So you have to also be careful when trading that. Yeah, you also have to be careful. Yeah, that is it. On CHF JPY. Let me see. Um, Fanya top down analysis for silver. I don't trade silver, dhahabu. I told you mpaka 30-30 George. Hmm? I told you mpaka 30-30 George, no Carol. What do you mean, Tiff? What about USD card? Looking at that right now. Let's check USD card. Yeah, USD card first weekly time frame. By the way, pia iliniosha jana. Okay, sikuteka any trade but nikiwa hapo big square niliona tu by fulani hapo tu nikaoshwa tu but nilikuwa sure price we are gonna sell. But yeah, hii directional bias ni bearish because ukitumia tu akili unaangalia tu hizi candles venye zinakaa kuna a lot of bearish momentum. Okay, the bears are controlling the market a lot, so ideally today you are so sure USD card was going to sell, right? Directional bias. I told you guys kuna difference kati ya trend direction ama the direction of the market and the directional bias. Directional bias is the direction you're expecting market to take within a specific period of time. Okay, maybe just today or maybe just tomorrow or the next few candles. And then trend direction is just generally what you will be seeing when you zoom out your chart, when you EV. So EV clearly tunaona tu hii pia iko bullish. But then the directional bias of the market is what you will be seeing when you're looking at the current price action of the current candles that you're looking at here. So bearish USD card. Haya, fungue kwa daily time frame. Uangalie mambo, uone mambo hapo hivyo vile yanakaa. You're still looking for a bearish setup. Scale down to a lower, an even lower time frame on the 4-hour time frame. Now here you should be getting setups on the 4-hour time frame. So first, uh, where's the closest you can get a sell from? Hapa hivi nayo sitaki niwadanganya ka sijui hapa kama ita make sense cause sijaangalia pia mimi in a long time, but that one looks like a supply. Yeah, that one looks like a supply because we have that next impulsive candle. Though we don't have an imbalance, so it means that it's not very strong. Anytime we don't have an imbalance, it means that orders were already collected from that zone. We want an imbalance so that we know that orders are still there. Okay, are we together, my sons and daughters? Yeah, guys, if you've not subscribed, you make sure you subscribe. And if you've not liked this video, I'd really appreciate that you like this particular live stream video as I text the love of my life. Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, we can expect sales from here. So but that is subject to whatever happens from now, because ideally if we see price now start having reversals, they have to, oh, that is not our recent high, this is our recent high, not test as a sales from hapo. No, it's valid because it's in between the 50% and the 78%. Yeah, so mambo hapo ni kala. So hapo lazima mngoje hii pia, msiniamini. Yeah, hapo enda ufanye research yako, or you can go down to a lower time frame. I don't like an even lower time, doing analysis on the 1 hour time frame. Even lower time frame won't make financial sense. It will not make financial sense to me. Fantastic. Which other one? SD card au JPY. Sijafanya au JPY. Okay. Au JPY. Weekly time frame. Directional bias, bearish. This is bearish. Directional bias of the market is currently bearish. Yeah. Try to see if you can possibly get a place to sell the market. You don't see anything on the daily, go to a lower time frame, the 4-hour time frame. Yeah. From here, you need to look for supply. What I realize with our JPY is for their supplies, they need a clear imbalance. If you lack an imbalance below a supply, uh, for out JPY, you'll get sexually violated. If you lack an imbalance above a demand for out JPY, you'll get sexually violated. I've seen that so many times, by the way. I can tell you that for a fact. You'll get sexually violated. So you just have to be patient and you'll just have experience. I will not check any. Kama tungekuwa tumebreak above that, above this high rate now, then tungekuwa na the lower time frame change of character. Then that time, out JPY does not have an imbalance most of the time. You'll get sexually violated. Thank you. Hope that point is from hapo sasa nimewamalizia. Holding buys on USD which I took on a breaker block in the 4 hour time frame. That's nice. That's nice. Hold them as long as you apply proper risk management. That's fantastic. USD please talked about that. Look at Euro JPY. I think Euro JPY. I never looked at hata iko kwa watch list yangu. Kumbe that pair exists. If you guys remember, I don't know if you guys remember from January, we had this setup that took us out here on EuroJPY. I remember so well. If you check my last YouTube channel, and then price later on went to our direction. So you'll be looking for a bullish setup on EuroJPY. A bullish setup, so it means you're clearly looking for demand zone or a place to buy. Okay. The 4 hour time frame. This is our last break of structure. So ideally, this was our demand, and see price has already reacted off that. So we want to see if another break of structure. Right? It makes sense to look for buy. If you're in buys right now, correlated Euro JPY and USD JPY. So it means Euro JPY might continue being bullish for a while. So if you're holding any buys, if you're taking any buys, yeah, you can hold them and chillax and relax. Also, Nasdaq. I don't look at Nasdaq. I don't trade Nasdaq. I don't trade indices. Yeah. Yeah. The worst I can do is usually gold. Wait. Trade this pair. I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't know even. I even don't know how this pair moves. I don't know the relation. I don't even know the correlationship between fundamentals and Nasdaq. So I don't want to lie to you guys. Euro JPY and GJ are positively correlated. Sometimes that's true, but then the pound and the euro as well, sometimes they contradict each other. Not 100% of times, but let's just say most times. Most times they are correlated. Yeah. So fantastic. Yeah, for those who have joined us late, first we started with how was your week? So if you did not tell us how your week was, you can tell us how your week was on the comment section so that we see. How many trades have you taken this week, and how many losses, how many wins on your trades? Yeah. And then guys, I've been trying to find ways like nimejaribu kufikiria content yenye naweza wapostia hapa on TikTok, on YouTube. Guys stopped asking questions, so missing ideas. Like me, I can't just randomly know what I'm supposed to be posting on YouTube or what most of you guys want to learn if you don't ask. So, Shiny metal imekufanyia nini Dawson? Yeah, so you guys should ask more questions. Yeah, mtakuwa watu wa maana. Outcard. Hey, nimechoka kuanalyze. Sasa simwache tupige story kwanza. Okay, tuangalie outcard is going to be our last pair. Yeah, but tell me on the comments, how has been your week? How has been your week? Inamaanisha hii pair nilitrade kitambo sana. Yeah, so if you trade internal structure, if you trade internal structure on outcard, you can take a sell from here. If you trade internal structure. Makes sense. That is it. What about the account? Giveaway, sir. Yeah, yeah. I'm doing a giveaway. I will be doing a giveaway. One account here on YouTube. I'll be choosing randomly. So yeah, a prop farm account. And then next. So I'll be choosing randomly from you guys. One person from my TikTok and one person from this YouTube channel. I'll buy one person. Two people prop farm challenges. How long should you hold a trade for as long as it is in profits? Not bad. Oh, your week has not been bad. Moses Smith, have you taken? Are you a swing trader? Yes, I'm a swing trader. Asian low, Asian high. Kuna siku imeni let down. A lot. Okay, see it let down. Let's just say that day you do not understand the price action of that day because it doesn't work 100% of times. And then there's a recipe that you have to understand. I think I've only shared with a few people that there's something you have to observe before you know that today you're going to be trading the Asian high, Asian low model. Okay, yeah. But then I'll be dropping. I told you guys once we hit 3,000 subscribers on my video, explaining to you more details about Asian high, Asian low. My week is great, George. Salimia Blue Bull, your friend. I'm Salimia immediately after this. Uh-huh. Talk of daylight saving times and how it affects session opens, especially Asian and closing. Wajua tu rudisha tu kila kitu -1 hour. So tulikuwa tuna trading from saa 7 usiku mpaka saa 4. Sasa ni saa 6 mpaka saa 3. Hiyo ndio Asian. Crowdfunded trader is also good. That's good. I don't have personal experience with them. Most of the times I don't usually recommend anything that I don't have personal experience with. I usually want to have first hand information on whatever I'm sharing with you guys. Yeah. The reason why me I talk about Funded Next is because I've received several payouts from Funded Next. You get. Yeah. I've had one TP and one SL still pushing to become profit. That is so amazing and fantastic. One TP, one SL. If you have a good RR, unapata uko 2% up. Tuseme kama ni 3 RR maximum. Unapata on one trade you lost 1%, on another trade you made 3%. You're still up 2%. That's fantastic, Hilda. You just keep up doing the same thing, same thing. If you make 2% every single week, but by the end of the month, that's 8%. On a 6K account, that is $480. That is 65,000 Kenyan shillings. Good money for a start. Okay. Yeah, so that's fantastic. Niangalie hiyo ZJPY please, imenipita analysis. Nimewambia after this video I'm going to post now this video as a video and then nitashare link. So kama kuna penye miss, you'll go through. We're still waiting for the daily bias video. It's dropping soon. Ni laziness alafu amnipei more ideas. I can't go, I wanted to do that video. I wanted to call a video editor, mtu atakuja kurecord na edit nafanya kila kitu. Sasa siwezi ita mtu akuja kurecord one video. You guys have not given me more ideas of what you want me to talk about, so I shut it the fuck up. That's why. Uh-huh. Fantastic. So you guys have no more questions? Yeah, so I have, as I've said, still have a date with you guys. One person will get funded from my YouTube channel and one person from my TikTok channel. It's going to be random. And yeah. So, and then that day when I come to fund someone on my YouTube or on my TikTok, I will not announce that I'm going live on YouTube so that it's very random and no one knows. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then that means we'll stop from there. And I would really appreciate you guys for joining in. I'd see you on my next live. I would appreciate if you guys give me a if you tap on kizungu ni kazi ngumu. Like tap tu hapo kwa subscribe tu. Tap hapo kwa subscribe na ulike video na ushare na comment na unini hizo vitu zote. How do I deal with the fear of holding trades to TP? Why do you have the fear of holding a trade? Like, why did you not fear when you are doing your analysis? Now you want to fear when you're already in profit? Or The first thing you need to do is you have to accept that you cannot change the outcome of any particular trade. Once you have analyzed and placed that trade, you cannot change the outcome. You are not going to determine whether price is going to be to go to your profits or to your losses. I usually have a debate and an argument with some people when they say that when you're a trader, you don't have time to do anything else. Hauna time ya mapenzi, hauna time ya kufunza, hauna time ya kukua TikTok, what the fuck do you guys mean? Once you've placed a trade, you cannot determine the outcome of that trade. So you just let it run. Unajua hata nikiplace trade na nikuje ni watch tu ikiplay, nikuje tu niangalie ikiplay all time, I'm not going to change the outcome of that trade. Si ati saa juu watch saa itaenda in profits, ama si ati saa juu watch ama watch itaenda in losses. You get? So the first thing is accepting that you cannot change the outcome on any particular trade. Okay. The second thing is making sure you risk only what you are willing and comfortable to lose. Ukijipata tu uko kwa any trade na uko uneasy with the loss that is floating, inamaanisha you did not calculate your profit, your risk so well, so hauko comfortable kupoteza hii do. Okay, so the second thing is make sure you only risk what you're comfortable and willing to lose. Okay. Number 3 is detach yourself from the money in the market. Once the money is in your MT5, that is not your money. Your money is in your fucking bank account. Okay. Once the money is in your MT5, that's not your money. Detach yourself from that money, so that number 1, it will be easy for you to execute. Number 2, you'll not be emotionally attached to that money. That money will not be the one deciding on whichever the decisions you'll be making on that particular account. Very important. I hope that point is home. Those are the 3 reasons. How do you put the watch list settings? I have not understood that question. Ndio naingia ukimaliza, ayayaya Gerald, mbona umekuwa wapi? Your advice about the lot size of the lowest account in Funded Next juu wako na rule stick sana. Hawana rule stick sana. Where tumia tu the lots. The lot size is usually determined by the risk you're willing to take. The first thing is know how much you want to risk in that particular market. Okay. Once you know how much you want to risk in that particular market, the lot size is calculated by the risk, the money you're willing to risk, divide by the pips times 10. Hapo ndio utajua lot size yako ni ngapi unafaa kutumia. Yeah. Unaweza rudia technique ya unaweza rudia Asian technique kidogo. Asian technique ni gani? Yeah. But I know what you mean. Go on my TikTok. There's a playlist with I think 12 videos. Watch every single video hapo. Usipoelewa hapo sijui sana nitakusaidia. Nadai kwa page yangu nione watch list pairs kaa zako. Si una delete na kuongeza tu, ama what do you mean? Si you delete and add on your watch list. Delete and add pairs on your watch list. Ukikuja tu hapa mwisho, ukikuja kwa any pair hapa mwisho, si ndio hiyo option ya kudelete? Ndio hii option ya kudelete. So una tap tu hapo kwa delete na unaitoa, ama namna gani? Yeah, so na pia jiu mjue tunangoja huku chini. Mi nangoja huku chini, si lazima tungoje na wewe. Patience, discipline, fearless. See, it's a nini. It's the names. You see, you can edit the names there. An indicator. Yeah. So guys, that is it for now. I appreciate for you guys spending time and to come here on my YouTube channel to this analysis. I don't know if I can make to be coming here daily. I can't promise, but I will try my best to come as many times. How to calculate pips? Si lazima ujue calculate. Chukua hii measure tool iko hapa kwa trading view yako, weka mahali unataka kumeasure hivyo mpaka hapo juu, ndio imekuandikia hapo 32. So unajua hizo ni 32 pips. Si lazima ujue kumeasure. Your view on Euro USD bearish. What else? So yeah, guys, I think we are gonna stop from there now. Yeah, if you've learned something, from this particular session, you can just type there lunch, 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 and then we can say goodbyes for now. Then we'll meet both the event, which was to be on Friday, Bossy. Yeah, we were supposed to have an event last week on Friday, but then Naivasha came up. So I don't know when. I will plan for you guys. I will tell you guys. Niko lazy. Mtaweka mafuta. Unajua sahii nakaa mbali. Ni safari naanza. Napanga safari kutoka huku mpaka Westlands. Yeah, George, can you please refine that demand ya GU? No, I don't want to refine it right now. It's a lot of work. But I did a video on my TikTok. Go check out, George. I'm joking. Don't take me too serious. Land, I can see scan land. Type land. That's enough of the questions now. Can we buy USD? Why? Yeah. Just say if you've learned, and then we can stop it from there. And I can see you guys some other time when I'm free. Yeah. And then guys, by the way, before you go, those guys who usually mlikuwa mnaniuliza kuhusu what? Kuhusu the mentorship. My mentorship is starting on 6th of April. My next cohort is starting on 6th of April. So hit me up if you're interested. Yeah, hit me up if you're interested. Tuanze mambo. Yani ni 6th of April. That's when we're going to be starting our April mentorship cohort. And then Pia, for those who have also been asking, I am now doing copy trading. Just have an account of $500 only. Yeah. Hey, people have learned, yeah? Learned. Joshua, thank you. Daniel, thank you. Ken, thank you. Dawson, thank you so much. Yeah, so nimeshawambia. I think that is all I have for now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah. I want to now go I want to cut the video. Yeah. Do a video on daylight savings time. Okay. So I'll do that. I will do that very happily and very fantastically. So that is it for now, guys. I love you guys. That has been a very nice 1 hour. We've had a 1 hour session right here, and I appreciate you guys. I'll see you on my next video. Kata hiyo kitu, acha nikate.